Hey,
Hey, you guys.
What's up?
We're back.
We're back. Word to your mother.
Word to your mother.
Word to your mother. Today we are going to cover a good movie after a long hiatus after the holidays.
You guys, we needed to stop, collaborate, listen.
So that we can now be back with a brand new edition.
Brand new edition. I don't know if you guys noticed, we got an upscale. We've kind of
We upscaled our studio.
our pod lab has grown and changed, and
So you guys need to like and share and subscribe.
because someone has to pay for all this.
Because somebody's got to pay for all this. And if you haven't noticed, we definitely could use a camera upgrade.
Yes.
So, hit those buttons and everything.
We don't want it to be too good, Courtney. We don't want people to see what we really look like.
Yeah, we can't get too high def.
Not too high def.
But yeah, so today...
What are we talking about, Courtney?
We're talking about Cool as Ice.
Cool as Ice.
Starring Robert Van Winkle.
A.K.A. Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. Not the meteorologist up in Seattle, which
Dallas-born Texas boy.
Texas boy. Yep, Vanilla Ice. That's our boy.
I don't know that we want to claim him, but he's ours.
He's ours, especially after some public choices that he's made recently.
One of my cousins ran into him at the Lizard Lounge in
Really?
Dallas. Yeah, one time.
One of my cousins ran into him one time, like at Gadzooks or something like that at the mall.
Jesus.
Yeah. So anyway, Cool as Ice.
So we're basically famous, is what we're saying.
So we're basically famous. This is like 6 degrees to Vanilla Ice. Cool as Ice. It's about an hour and 31 minutes.
Yes.
It was released in 1991. I was in like 6th grade.
I was not even. In 91, so I would have been, what, 9?
9, yeah, 10-ish.
9, 10. I was like 9. So
yeah.
I was in, what, 4th grade, 5th grade? But I remember renting this movie a lot.
Oh my gosh. I thought he was just the cutest man to walk the planet at the time.
Okay, there's a very specific part of this movie, and we'll get to it, but like where I remember thinking he looks so much better. You know, in like Mean Girls, when it's like, he looks so much better with your hair pushed back.
Yeah.
So his hair is very coiffed in like Johnny Bravo in the whole movie. But there's one scene like after they've been like frolicking at the construction site and his hair's just kind of like looser.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a better look for you. Friends.
Yeah.
This is a much better look for you.
Yeah, but it was 91. Everything was coiffed back then.
It
We
was
all had our
very
bangs,
stiff.
the waterfall bangs and everything.
Yes.
I was telling Tara earlier that I had coiffed my own hair to do like a pompadour style and everything. So I did this pompadour and I slicked my hair back and I had my hair up in a ponytail and I was like, oh, that doesn't really look Vanilla Icy. So what I did is I braided it down and I thought, oh, it'll be like a rat tail.
Like
so
a rat tail.
I had the braid come around and I looked like a freaking sister wife.
It was very FDLS.
So brushed it out, put on a headband. I was like, no, I'm not down with that. I was bugging, like Vanilla would say.
Oh no, not bugging.
I was totally bugging.
Totally bugging.
Yeah. Word. So anyway, so let's start talking with our homies here about...
Give me some facts, Courtney.
We'll give you some facts. This movie was directed by a man named David Kellogg. And here's the thing. He's not known for a whole lot, but he is known for directing Inspector Gadget with Matthew Broderick. Woo-woo! And Lusty Liaisons 2, a TV movie.
They couldn't get him for the first one. But
yeah, but he came back for the sequel.
Came back for the sequel.
But he got his start doing like Playboy videos, doing things like Farmer's Daughter, Playmate Calendar 88, 89, 90, and 91. Plus many more Playboy videos. So go look up his...
I mean...
But here's the thing.
Gotta make the living.
He did a lot of music videos too. Like for...
That explains a lot about what this movie looks like.
Here's some of the artists that he once represented. David Crosby.
Oh.
Denise Lopez. Patti LaBelle.
Okay.
Expose.
Okay.
The Bee Gees. In Vogue. Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, CNC Music Factory, Dave Matthews, the best of the best, right?
That list is all over the place.
And so much more. So much more. This was just
love a diverse guy, you know?
Diverse portfolio.
Yes.
Right? But he also did a lot of TV commercials, which is impressive too. He did commercials for Coca-Cola, State Farm, Ford, Budweiser, Dr. Pepper, Hershey's, Office Max, Jeep, Mountain Dew, Miracle Whip, Hungry Man Microwave Dinners, Dodge, Volkswagen, and he also directed Hillary and Haley Duff in the Icebreakers commercials, just to name a few.
Wow.
So this guy was
I am humbled. I'm humbled by his talent.
fully qualified to direct Vanilla Ice and Cool as Ice.
I think a mop overturned with a bucket for a head would
have been, yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure the whole point of this movie was like Vanilla Ice is like, okay, I'll make your movie, but I'm gonna ride a motorcycle
the whole time.
I need a leather jacket. Sometimes I'll wear a shirt. Sometimes I won't.
Sometimes I won't.
I want that bricklay pattern on my head, and I get to kiss the girl.
Like, where is he finding his barbers to do this stuff? Because he's a transient, by the way, in this movie. So
let's not call him that.
But that's what he is. He travels from town to town and raps. So anyway, this was written by David Sten, who didn't write a whole lot, but he mainly like produced TV shows, which make a lot of sense also because he did like Beverly Hills 90210, 21 Jump Street, the L Word Boardwalk Empire, and then he like wrote a few episodes for all the shows that he produced. So it kind of makes sense where they got him from. So the budget for the movie, which I thought was outstanding that they spent this much, was $6 million.
$6 million?
$6 million
How much
to
money
make
did
this
it
movie.
make?
But it only made $1.6 million.
And it was all us going to the theater.
And it was all a bunch of 11-year-olds
girls who thought he was hot.
Yeah. And opening weekend, it only broke like 630,000 the opening weekend.
Yeah, because
so
no one wanted to see that.
Yeah. And it was actually like the beginning of the end of his career. Like after this, everything went, he wasn't selling anything anymore.
Probably because it was terrible.
It was horrible. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Okay.
We start out with Vanilla Ice.
It's very 90s. Like
Very
everyone's
90s.
dancing. And immediately, who do we see, Courtney? We see young Naomi Campbell.
Naomi Campbell.
Lip syncing as a singer at this club.
Yeah. Well, I think that she actually recorded on some of his tracks.
She can sing?
I guess, because I always, whenever I was like looking up Vanilla Ice and everything, they were like, some of the, like one or two of his songs was like featuring Naomi Campbell.
For whatever reason, Naomi Campbell had a weekend that she could
just show up for about 30 seconds
about
of this
30
opening.
seconds to look hot and sing into a microphone.
Looked great.
She looked immaculate.
Yeah.
And then there is Mr. Ice, and he's rapping.
Mr. Ice. Or shall we say Johnny Van Owen is his character name.
I call him Vanilla Ice.
He's Vanilla Ice all the way through this, but I did write down Johnny Van Owen.
And he's wearing a hat with the tag still on it because that was the thing.
That was the thing to do.
Everyone wanted to look like, what was her name? Minnie Pearl? Mm-hmm. Like, everyone's Minnie Pearling it in the 90s. And it wasn't even, it's a baseball cap. It's not even like an expensive, like, it's a baseball cap.
Yeah, I mean, he wears a lot of hats in this, so to speak.
And then he's dancing. And he's
dancing. And it's like in this warehouse club,
and I think and it goes on forever.
Yes.
And I think immediately that this is already too much Vanilla Ice in this movie, and we're like 30 seconds in.
That's what I was like. There's breakdancing galore, and this movie is 91 minutes long. The opening credits was 5.5 minutes.
It just won't end.
It just kept going for almost 6 minutes.
And if you'll see, like half the time he's singing with a microphone. Half the time he's singing with one of those like lights on a string.
Yeah.
And I want to know, I hope there's like 20 unused takes of him burning the ever-loving shit out of himself with a hot bulb. Like,
yeah.
He's swinging that thing around and talking into it. And I'm like, please burn yourself.
Yeah.
I want to see
He's all,
the outtakes where he is like, oh, word to your mother.
No word to your mother.
Anyway, so Mr. Ice is wearing some graffiti pants, and he's walking with his crew, and his haircut is haircutting.
Yeah, finally getting to the meat of this movie, right?
And then we see this hot blonde named Monique.
Yeah, he's high-fiving his bros, and they're leaving the warehouse.
It's like hot blonde.
Monique's right there, and she gives them
and she
her
has
number.
A pen and paper, apparently.
Yeah.
She just carries it with her.
Yeah, of course.
Because you never know when you're going to meet Vanilla Ice in an underground warehouse club.
That's exactly why I carry a pen and paper, for the day that I get to meet Vanilla Ice. Because it happens to everybody. I just hope you're not scared when it happens.
And you know, he probably has like a jitterbug at this point. You can't even put your number into his phone. So like, it's like Monique wrote it out in cute little pink handwriting and slips it into his jacket pocket.
Right. And so he's got this hot blonde's number, what we would call a shorty. I
And I
guess.
had to look at this because I was like, okay, so who's this woman? Like, I was looking, credits are rolling at the end of the movie. Her name is Bobby Brown.
Uh-huh.
I looked up. Hot blonde Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown.
Vanilla Ice movie. Her name is Bobby Brown, Bobbie, the way a woman would spell it.
Right.
In the credits, it's Bobby Brown. And I'm like, is this because Vanilla Ice did not know that there are more ways to spell Bobby Brown? Did he think that Bobby Brown, the famous Bobby Brown, Whitney
Right.
Houston's ex, was in this movie? Did he think?
Oh, man. That would be funny. He's like, what's this?
She doesn't look like... You look different, yo.
You look different in person, yo.
Yeah. So anyways, they all get on their motorcycles and they are cruising.
They're a little hip-hop biker gang.
And all their bikes are like these little crotch rockets that
Little
are like...
crotch rockets, and they're all neon
like
colors.
zebra prints or zebra
Yeah.
prints.
Yeah, and they're...
Riding a long time.
They ride forever, like till morning, through the countryside until the sun comes up.
And you can tell they're like hitting like suburbia, small town, because there's like
Right.
picket fences. And then he sees a girl on a horse.
Yeah, he sees another shorty on a horse.
He sees a shorty on a horse. He makes eyes with her. And then what does he do, Courtney?
Oh my gosh. He jumps the fence with his motorcycle.
He
in front of the-
parkours his motorcycle.
He parkours his motorcycle.
And I just keep thinking Michael Scott the whole time. Parkour!
Parkour.
Like-
so he jumps it.
Like Date Mike, you
Right.
know? Like, he's trying to
with
be...
his little hats.
His little hats. His million hats. He's got a million hats in this movie. And scares her horse, and she falls off, and he's like, hey, you okay?
Yeah, and here's the thing, like the horse like rears up and throws her off, and I'm like, oh
She
my
could've
gosh,
broken her freaking
She
neck.
could have broken her neck. This is how Christopher Reeves, got injured.
Yes.
but that didn't happen till like 95-ish.
Yes, so we
And
didn't
this
know
was
about
91,
horse safety.
so we didn't
horse
know.
motorcycle safety until
Right.
we didn't know. It was a
We
different
just didn't know.
time,
It was
you
a
guys.
different time. So she falls to the ground. She's okay, but
He's like, are you okay? And she pushes him, rightfully so.
rightfully so.
And now this is when I think, at his heart of hearts, Vanilla Ice knows nothing about how to pick up women.
No, oh my gosh, this is all
The
that.
cringe that is about to take place the next
He's
hour
got
and a
that
half.
fuck boy energy. He's all
Hey, sweet thing.
where my hug dough.
Yes, like, 1,000%. 1,000%.
The
So
whole
like,
thing.
so he's
And there's no cell phones. It's 1991, so she's stuck in the middle of this field with this lunatic.
with a fucking lunatic and his millions of homeboy friends.
Yeah.
And a woman who, I'm sorry, girl, are you okay? You don't need to be here. Like,
Yeah,
the girl
you
in the
need-
group.
You need some help.
And this is not how you get into a woman's pantaloons, sir.
No.
You don't knock her off a horse. We learned this back in, like, 1812. You
Right,
know?
right. And so anyway, so she gets up. She actually punches him in the gut.
And he says, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you? You just knocked
excuse
her
me,
off
what's
of a...
wrong with me? You knocked me off my horse when I was enjoying my day.
Yeah, exactly. And so, then when she punches him, like, she punches him in the gut, and I was like, girl, you should have aimed for his teeth, but whatever. And then he's like, you hit pretty good for a girl.
The patriarchy! I can't!
Like, are we 7 years old? Jesus.
Like,
and that's where the movie should have ended. Like,
It should have ended with
blew
her
it.
calling the police.
you blew it. Move on, tough guy. Go on.
Instead, we get
Credits.
to watch her fall in love with a man who, in the first 10 seconds of the movie, knocked her ass off a horse.
Off a horse. Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah. So they leave. They leave the horse scene. They leave and they go
Oh,
into
did you
town.
see, like, the next scene, like, they're riding, like, down the street or whatever, and it's, like, this city where it's, like, all these, like, very, like, topiary, like, fancy-looking...
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This
And
place
there's a dude in the bush. Yeah. There's, like, a random dude, like, up here in the corner, like, at the top of the bush. I'm like, I don't see a ladder. I don't see... What are you doing up there?
Yeah. The landscaper is like
The
floating.
landscaping in this town...
And so it's
Expensive.
perfectly landscaped. Beautiful town though. The mountains are in the background
Yeah,
and
it's
everything.
gorgeous. I don't know where
Did
they
they
are.
ever give the name of the town, or was it just like Anytown, USA?
Anytown, USA.
Sweet. I've been there before.
I
Sucks.
imagine it's what Vanilla Ice wished his childhood would have looked like.
right.
You know?
So they drive into town. One of
And-
the bikes break down
Yes.
in the middle of the street, in the middle of an
They
intersection.
stop the car, like, instead of just getting the motorcycle off to
And
the
then
side of the
wheeling
road.
out.
No. They're stopping in the middle of the street.
They're all bending down and looking to see what's wrong with it. People are honking their horns and they're like
and they're
copping
getting
an
mad.
attitude.
And people are like, oh, youths. And they, like,
Youths.
get back in their car because they're, like, scared.
Yeah, they're scared because
But
they're
they're
all
in the middle of the street.
But they're in the middle of the street, and so anyway, and everybody's shocked to see these youths driving around towing a bike.
Yeah, he's towing a bike with what's like a yellow rubber hose. It's not.
I know, it's like they picked up a garden
they
hose.
just picked up like a hose,
Yeah.
and they go to this mechanic.
Yeah, it's like a crazy, like, Pee Wee Herman type house.
Yes.
Like, it's
Like
like
this
crazy
mechanic,
color. It's all 90s colors, like
Old
purple
guy
and yellow.
in overalls.
Yeah, and his little wife, too. They're like this cute, crazy couple, older couple. And they're like, we can fix your bike.
And you guys come on in and make something to eat.
Yeah,
like,
come
you guys
on
come
in.
relax. Like,
I guess you can live with me now.
you can live with me for as long as it takes to fix your bike.
Right. And so they're like eating the food.
They're eating the food, and the way this dude, the dude who, I don't remember his name, the dude with the hat who his bike broke down, he is making a sandwich. Peanut butter, pickle spears. He puts
sardines
and mustard.
and mustard on it.
Jail.
Jail.
Immediately
Straight
go
to
to
jail.
straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
They've also got like green or blue eggs. I
and
couldn't really
giant salt and pepper shakers that
giant-
you gotta like.
it was a Pee Wee Herman house. Like, oh, look how quirky they are. They've got like a
And how are these quirky mechanics in the middle of this like very,
I'm gonna
beige?
assume that they were retired and they just went nuts.
They're like, we're gonna
Like
go,
they're dementia riddled.
We're gonna shake some things up,
So yeah, just quirky
Anyways,
things.
while everyone's doing weird shit to make food in the house, Vanilla Ice is outside just tap dancing away.
He's practicing his moves in the driveway as one does.
Okay, this is where I pause to tell a story about my babysitter when I was a child who was also in love with Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer, and she was dating a guy named Johnny who wore MC Hammer pants and would break dance in our front yard, and we thought he was just the cat's pajamas. We were like, I was 9, ready to fist fight for this man.
Right.
He was probably exactly like Vanilla Ice. He did have a rat tail too. So
Oh yeah, those rat tails were sexy.
they would get you just that one little piece of hair.
So while he's outside dancing, he sees Horse Girl, who we find out is Kathy. And she drives by in her boyfriend's convertible
Her
as a
boyfriend's
passenger.
white Corvette.
Yeah, white Corvette convertible, and his name is Nick.
And I'm like, sure, he's totally going to steal this girl away from the guy who's going to college and has a white Corvette.
Has a white, convertible.
He turns out to be a complete tool. But
yeah,
we don't know that
everybody's a
right
tool
now.
in
Right
this.
now, he's just a guy with a Corvette.
Right. And he sees that she's being dropped at her house just luckily a few doors down.
He walks right up to them.
And so they're saying, her boyfriend Nick walks Kathy up to the door.
Nick should
and
have
they're-
punched him out.
Right. I was like,
Immediately. I'm not for violence, but
Yeah.
with Vanilla Ice or someone who looks like
because
Vanilla Ice.
he comes up while the Nick
Hey,
and
what's
Kathy
up?
are talking. He's all, what's
Hey,
up?
baby girl.
Hey, what's
Hey.
slapping? Whatever kids were saying back then.
Yeah, I
And
just
so-
have like 1,000 dust bunnies in my underwear right now.
Right. Oh my gosh. Like, dude.
Dried up like the Sahara.
Dude. And so, but yeah, he's all doing his little thing, trying to, I don't know, be charming in his 1991 little way. And he's, and she's like, get lost. And Nick's like, whoa. Do you know this guy? She's like, no. And he's like, yeah. Yeah,
And,
we
like,
know each other.
This is where we learn her name is Kathy, and Vanilla Ice calls her Cat.
He immediately renames her Cat.
He immediately renames
You've got a
her
new name
because
now.
your name isn't good enough.
It's not good enough.
And then this is where he says the signature line.
Yeah, he's just making my skin crawl this whole time.
He's
right?
known this girl all of 2 seconds.
2
and he says,
seconds.
drop that
And he-
0 and get with the hero.
Yeah, he's
And that's his exit line. And the way I would just stand there, just like,
What did you just say to me?
what the what just happened just now?
Right. So as he walks away and he drops that famous line,
I say never. In real life, he would never get this girl.
he would never get
Never.
this girl. And then he calls Nick Dick and saunters off.
I like to rename people.
I like to rename people, and then you can tell that Kat or Kathy or whatever, she's into it.
She's already into
She's
it, guys.
smiling
He
and-
has done nothing but knock her off a horse and give her the wrong name.
Right.
And she is like hot to trot. for
Hot to
this
try.
man.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Right. So
The next scene is filmed in like a fast motion fish island.
well, first he
kind
goes
of.
back. First he goes back to his little biker gang, and they were like, who are you with? He's like, I was just across the street, and I stole her black book.
Yeah, he stole her organizer.
He stole her organizer.
Theft is the quickest way to piss me off. Don't thieve from me.
And then he starts
no thievery.
Right? And then he starts to beatbox while he's reading through it. He's all,
This is her pediatrician.
and then that's when the weirdest montage I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is how I could say you could tell like the guy did music videos because
Right.
it's a lot of like fast-paced motions,
like montage
and like a
and
weird,
fast motion.
not quite fisheye lens, but some kind of weird lens.
Like, yeah, some goofy
It's weird, and then like the mom is like setting the table, and the
Dad's
kids
watching TV, and the
it's
kids
weird.
watching TV, and it's
and
weird.
Then it's like an episode of the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
And then everyone decides to sit on the same couch at the same time and eat crudité while they're watching Kathy on the news.
Yeah, there's a news segment about her horse riding.
I thought it was because she was a high school senior and was making good grades. I was like, because currently this town, there's no news.
Yeah,
So-
there's no news. They're like, meet
Kathy.
Kathy. She makes A's.
Kathy makes A's and she's going to college.
And she's going to college.
And then it
Woo!
like Vanilla Ice and his friends at the other place are seeing the same story. And then we see this guy in a bar and he recognizes Kathy's dad because Kathy's dad is like also like you
Yeah, she
are the
brings
father
Kathy's-
of Kathy who owns a horse.
Yeah, Kathy brings her dad out, and they're like,
And he's talking just kind of, please watch this on YouTube so you can see this.
You've gotta see
It's a
this.
visual medium.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like covering
This
his
is kinda
face. And
like, you know.
Yeah, we're just so proud of her. We love Kathy.
and she's talking about how much she loves her parents, and they're so supportive, and
yes,
all that
and her
kind of
parents
stuff.
are so awesome. And this guy recognizes him immediately.
And this guy in a bar that they're watching the same thing recognize like a hench. I call him henchman number 1.
I just call them bad guys. So then at home at Kathy's house, the phone rings and no one says anything. And then it rings again and some like family friend is there. He's like, "Hey man, did you just call?" And the guy's like, "No, I didn't.
No,
call.
I didn't just call, and so it's unsettling.
So suddenly dad is upset
yeah, and it's worrisome, but he doesn't really tell the family.
because
About the hang-up
this
call.
dad doesn't like to be honest with his
But he
family.
doesn't, yeah, and so he's kind of troubled. And so anyway, they go have dinner, and Nick leaves. And
Nick
tells,
is leaving.
tells
and
Kathy he'll be back later to pick her up for their date.
he's being real aggressive about it though. I don't
Yeah,
like it.
I don't like how this girl is treated by anybody.
I said bye.
Yeah,
Like bye, bitch. Get out of here.
right. And then Kathy realizes at that point that her organizer's missing,
And then she's retracing her steps.
and she needs it because all of her scholarship stuff is in there.
Girl, why is all your scholarship
she's a high
stuff-
school senior.
This organizer's like it's
only like this
small.
big,
It's like the
so-
size of a diary.
Right.
Why is all your shit in there?
She's just folding everything down and tucking
She's like
it in.
Vanilla Ice took it, of course, and she
And
remembers
she-
talking to him. So like obviously he took it.
Right. She knows where to get it and how to get it back. And she smiles.
She knows exactly how to get it back.
And so we cut to the biker gang hanging out, and they go outside and see the older couple has like completely disassembled the bike.
And put it in a very neat order.
It's very organized. Like they'll
because
they'll get it back together.
The mechanic's like, how do you know how to put something back together unless you take it all apart first?
Right. Exactly.
I have a
And they've
feeling
got,
he
like, the
might be
manual out
on the
and-
spectrum. He might be a little autistic.
He's
It's
a little
fine.
autistic, and that's fine because he's going to do a great job.
Meanwhile, okay, so we see the bar guy, and he is looking at a map trying to find Kat's
Yeah,
dad.
he's with another henchman at this point.
henchman number 2.
Henchman 2.
Bald henchman.
Bald
Bald
henchman.
guy.
There's short, fat henchman and tall, bald guy henchman. So, and they've got guns, so you know that they're up to no good.
You can tell they're bad guys because they're driving a black car and they're playing with a gun. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how you know. And so Vanilla Ice tells everyone he's going to Kathy's, but that's not what he says. He says something about a schlong.
He says something like sling a schlong. I'm going across the street to sling a schlong.
You're not a rapper, Courtney.
I am
so
not
you,
a rapper.
You don't go
sling a schlong is what he says.
Now,
So-
I might be in my 40s, but I know what a schlong is.
I know what a schlong is, and you're not slinging that anywhere near my daughter.
You're not slinging that frosted tip motherfucking schlong in my daughter.
Do you think he blow dries out those pubes and put some
That
tips
fucking Johnny Bravo hair. Oh my god.
So he walks right past the henchmen who are just like parked outside of Kathy's house. Just
They're not good at being bad guys.
They're not good at being sneaky because they are in plain view of the house, but whatever, they're sitting there, and he walks right past them and doesn't pay any attention to them. And he goes up to the door, and he does this stupid knock. He's all, bang! Hits once.
Kathy's mom answers the door, and Tommy, little brother, is very impressed.
Right.
He lets Vanilla Ice, because they're like, oh, she's not here. We don't know where she is.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Same.
mom's
Dude, if I was the
standoffish.
parent, I would be like, get off my fucking porch.
Right.
Before I shoot you
Who
in the head.
hell are you?
But Tommy thinks he's cool, so Tommy tells him that he's at Sugar Shack.
Yeah, cat. Yeah,
And Vanilla Ice is being nice to the kid, but I said he's giving very much like mom's new boyfriend energy.
right. Hey, yo, man, what's up, my little homeboy?
Hey,
You know,
homie. Hey, my little homie.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll catch
Yeah,
you later,
word.
friend.
So anyway, yeah, and so little brother Tommy is like giving direction and telling him exactly where she's at and everything. And mom's
Here's what
not-
she's wearing.
Here's what she's wearing, and yeah, and so when he's all word and he leaves, and he walks out past the henchman,
And then they talk.
and they talk for a
He's
minute.
like, hey, yo, you know where the Sugar Shack is?
You know where the Sugar Shack
And they're
is.
giving him wrong directions. It's whatever. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
Anyway, so they give him the directions, but Dad is inside, and he looks out the window,
And he sees them all together.
and he sees them all together talking. The henchmen.
so
and everything.
obviously they're together.
Not really a reaction from him, but he sees it. And then the henchmen banter with it. It didn't seem like they had a script for their parts. Did you notice that?
No, they were
It
kinda
was
just
like-
winging it.
They were just kind of winging
But
it.
like, I don't know,
and-
show up to set kind of in a suit and be a bad guy.
Yeah. It's going to be totally improv. A lot of yes and.
You're good at improv, right?
You're
Vanilla
good.
Ice?
And so, yeah, it just didn't seem like there was any structured screenplay at
Not
this
at
point.
all. So meanwhile, we
So-
go to Sugar Shack, which is this hole in the wall.
Hole in the wall,
Hang out.
where teenagers are there with
And there's a
alcohol.
horrible band, and these twin guitarists are giving their best John Mayer impersonation.
Oh my
Have you seen John Mayer play guitar?
Yeah.
Dude, he's like
I mean, they are really
getting down.
into, and the band is awful.
Awful. It's
All,
like this greasy
like,
dude
instant
like
headache.
singing. And then the Vanilla Ice crew comes in, and they are not impressed.
Yeah, they're not impressed. I wasn't impressed, so they
And the
shouldn't
place
be
is
either.
full of white nerds with glasses.
Right.
And Kathy and her friends are standing around,
She's
and they are dressed
socializing.
like middle-aged moms on a night out.
Well, it's 91.
They're all wearing like big chunky necklaces.
I had the
and,
same
like,
outfits, though.
Little crop
Vests.
tops, things like a lot of off the shoulder, cold shoulder moments.
Yeah.
And
And Vanilla
Nick-
Ice zeroes in on her.
And
of
Nick
course.
is drinking, even though he has to drive her home later.
Yeah, and
This is a real
of course,
dick move.
don't forget these are high school seniors. Like,
Yeah, they're
where-
not even
Where are the
graduated.
adults in this place? But whatever.
She sees Vanilla Ice in them sunglasses. He wears his sunglasses inside, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they lock eyes. I guess
do they?
because he's
We
got
don't
his
know
sunglasses
because
on.
you know. Meanwhile, the bad guys are knocking at the door, and they
Dad
ask
answers.
Dad how he's been.
And they're like, Jimmy, young officer Jimmy, remember us? It's been like 20 years.
And he tries to play the whole "you got the wrong guy."
he's
I'm
like,
not
you're
him.
mistaken. I'm Gordon.
I'm Gordon. Why would you pick the name Gordon?
You could have any name in the world and you pick Gordon.
You pick Gordon. Anyways,
Maybe he likes Sesame Street.
so I'm like, this is clearly where we learn that Kathy's parents were in the witness protection program.
Yeah. And
They
the
threaten
hench-
him, and
Yeah. The henchmen say, we saw you on TV. Your daughter looks great. And then mom comes to the door and they tell him or tell her, we're here to collect an old IOU of $500,000 and you have 24 hours. Dun dun dun.
meanwhile, so Vanilla Ice is a complete asshole and unplugs
Unplugs everything.
all the music stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but then also uses the mic. So
Well, he didn't unplug the PA, okay?
Okay, whatever.
So anyway,
then he's decided he's going to be infuriating and rap at us.
he's going to rap at everybody.
And I was like, oh God, everyone knows this guy.
Didn't
Everyone knows the guy. We know a guy
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
specifically who likes to show up to parties and make it all about him. And,
Yes.
And make music at people.
And make music at people. The guy
he
with
says
the
he's
guitar.
going to drop some funky lyrics.
He's going to
And
draw some funky lyrics.
I'm dying of secondhand embarrassment. We're not even halfway through this fucking movie, and
Yeah.
I am. I
Right.
want to crawl into a hole.
Right. So he starts dropping bars, right?
And Kathy is smitten. This girl is just
Yeah.
eye banging him.
I mean,
And
everybody's into it. Everybody's dancing. Except Nick. Nick is not having this.
I
With
said
good
this
reason.
is the part where he samples another song, as he is prone to do.
He does sample a lot of songs.
And
So
he
he pulls-
drags Kathy onto the dance floor.
Pulls Kathy onto the dance floor, and she's
It's not a dance floor, though. It's just
not.
open space.
It's just open space, but she's into it. She's
I said this is
dancing.
like Magic Mike if Magic Mike were the dude you went to high school with who thought he could rap.
Right. Who shaved lines into his head.
He is on top of her on the ground.
He pulls her down onto the floor and crawls right on top. Like,
Like, he's
Get
about
off
to
of
mount.
her.
Like,
Yeah.
he is 2 seconds away and one Jean Jort away from mounting this girl.
You are just a creep, dude. And
creep.
She's throwing out some, like, seriously mixed signals, too.
Yes, and she is straight flirting with him.
And Nick is pissed.
She thinks that she's flirting with him to get her organizer back.
Yeah.
Nick is not happy.
He's not happy.
And I'm totally at this stage in the
point,
movie, I am on Nick's side.
I'm on Nick's side, yeah.
Because the way I would turn into Ike Turner in this situation, where, like, you made a fool of me, you dry humped
that's kinda
Vanilla
what he
Ice
does.
on stage, it's not cool. And she's like, oh my God, I'm just trying to get my organizer back.
Yeah.
He's embarrassed.
He's embarrassed. He says that she's embarrassed herself enough.
He calls her a slut.
And then he
which
calls her a slut. And
isn't
this is
cool.
when I was like, all right, girl, you need to dump both.
He's
you need
talking
to
down, dump both zeros.
dump both of those zeros. Right?
And maybe
neither of them are worth anything.
Maybe experiment in college and become a lesbian, you know?
Right. And then Nick is like,
I was like, this is where we scream, Kathy, we don't need a man, girl. Go to college.
go to college, get as many guys as you can find. I mean, have fun with it.
And he shames her for not wanting to be groped outside in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And then she chooses to walk home, as
Yeah.
is her right.
Yeah, he's like, I forgive you. And then when he puts
Get in the car.
and then he puts the moves on her, and she's like, don't. And he's like,
You never want
you
to
say that a
anymore.
lot. And he's like, maybe you're just saving yourself from some frat guy or that freak in the sugar shack.
I mean, he is a freak in the show.
I mean, he is. I'm kind of still with you, but you're
I'm
being
trying to
a
get
real
some
dick
business
right
cards
now.
made now that just say freak in the sugar
Yeah.
shack.
Yeah.
I would like some made.
The freak in the sugar shack. And so, like Tara said, she walks off
She walks off. She
into
don't
the
walk home.
night to walk home.
And then-
bad idea.
Bad idea, because even though this is a very safe town, there are bad guys here now.
There are bad
So,
guys, and the henchmen.
The henchmen are right behind, like
They're
right,
right
behind.
behind her.
They're bumping up against the
They're
back
like,
of her shoes.
yeah, they're like hitting her heels.
And then,
with the
but
bumper.
she's saved. Because
But all of a sudden, yeah,
Vanilla Ice in his
comes
damn
in.
motorcycle once again cuts off
cuts off this car.
the car the way I would have just ba-dum over him.
I
You know,
know.
I would have just ran right over
And then
him.
he throws her on the back of the bike and takes her home.
And he's wearing his third hat of the movie. Yes, I have kept count.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how many hats did he pack for this road trip? One pair of stripy overalls, but
He
lots
had
of hats.
no luggage with him at any point. But he does have
Several
all those
hats.
hats. so-
Several hats. And he's asking if he can see her tomorrow.
He asks her, "What's up with tomorrow? We going out?" And
That's not how you ask somebody out.
That's not how you ask somebody out. And she's like, "Not until I get my organizer back."
Yeah, give him an organizer. And then Kathy's dad
They're all
asks
inside.
about him and like, how does she know him? And like,
And she's
'cause
like,
he-
"I don't even know his name."
I don't even know his name. Oh my god, it's like.
And
none of
he's
his name's
like,
that cute or
"Don't
anything."
take rides from strangers."
I thought I taught you that when you were like 5.
Yeah, that's just a thing, but okay. And so she's mad. She's butthurt. So Vanilla Ice goes back to the sugar shack again.
Yep.
And he sees Nick and his buds like taking a bat to the bicycles.
So I guess-
the bikes,
The bicycle,
the motorcycles,
the motorcycles, the motorbikes.
the motorbikes. And
But I
then
guess no one is hearing this happen.
nobody's hearing this happen, or
'Cause I guess
they're
they're all
just
at the
letting
Sugar
it.
Shack
Yeah,
still.
they're.
What
but,
if they're
but
at the
there's no
Sugar
music.
Shack-
He unplugged everything.
If they're at the Sugar Shack still, why are there motorcycles? At
I
the
don't know.
mechanic? I don't. Anyway,
I don't know. So anyway,
so Vanilla
a fight
Ice
ensues.
single-handedly beats them all up because of
He
course
takes
he does.
them all out. There's like
Because
half
these are
a dozen
good kids from a
dudes.
small town, and they've learned how to take turns. So
They've
like
learned how
they're
to
not
take
jumping in to jump him.
Right.
They're all taking their turns getting their ass whipped
And
by
this
Vanilla
is
Ice.
this is when I realized that he really is cool as ice because he took them all down.
This is where I learned that in this moment, he thought like I could be an action star.
I could be an action star. Yeah.
Bruce Lee got nothing on me.
And then he just walks away.
And he's like,
Took them all down.
"We'll make a pickled peanut butter
I'm gonna
sandwich,
go
and
sling a
break dance in the
schlong."
front yard."
So
So anyway, Kathy is looking at Vanilla Ice's ID because she took it.
apparently she took his ID.
She's laying in bed getting all like horned up for him.
Yeah,
because
she's
got
falling
that,
in love.
He's got that sweet, sweet bricklay pattern on his head and that rat
Exactly.
tail.
That rat tail. Anyway, and she kind of hears her parents arguing, but then falls asleep.
Yeah, she falls asleep.
Falls
And
asleep.
she awakes to the worst nightmare in my life, where she is woken up by a hand in her mouth,
shoving
an ice
a melty ice cube
in her mouth. You know, he probably saw like 9 weeks later or something and was like, "That's so sexy.
That's so sexy.
That's so dope, yo. I'm gonna do that in my movie."
And so she's got this grubby little
Like,
dirty
get
hand.
your unclean hands out of my mouth and give me my goddamn organizer now.
And there he
breaking
is,
and entering into my house,
laying in her bed
with his shoes on,
shoving ice in her mouth. He's still got his like leather jacket on and everything too. He just crawled in bed with her. Oh my gosh!
You know, he hasn't showered.
I would have screamed. I would have been screaming.
He's been riding that bike for 2 days. He has not showered.
He has not showered. No
he
telling
smells like
when.
BO and pickles and peanut butter. He's just farting raps into her bed.
His rat. He keeps sniffing his rat tail.
And then she teases him about Monique because she's like, "Why do you even like want to hang out with me?" Because like, what about Monique? Because she took his ID and
the number, I guess, was stuck to the back of his sticky
Vanilla
ID.
Ice. Can you be an adult and put your ID in your wallet? Why is it just randomly
Just
in your
stuck
front pocket?
So she gives his ID back.
And this is where we learn his name is Johnny John.
Yeah, Johnny Van.
Jonathan.
Whatever.
Johnster.
And so she's... And so I'm still floored at this point that she's okay with all, like, she's smiling.
So horned up, dude.
And shoving ice in her mouth and all that stuff.
It's 1991. It's like she's never seen a rat tail before.
Right. And then... and so anyway... so she's like, get out. I got to change. And he's like...
So go ahead.
She's like, don't think I won't.
Don't think I won't. One
she
button.
starts to change in front of him, and then her brother busts in.
And then Tommy interrupts, and he wants to ride on that bike because, like, and Vanilla Ice says, soon, buddy, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I promise.
And Tommy says, when you guys are done making sex?
When you guys are done making sex? So anyway... Vanilla Ice leaves.
He puts his metal hat back on because this one has a metal front to it.
This one has a metal
it's very
front.
Janet Jackson. It's very Rhythm Nation.
Very Rhythm Nation. And so he
slips back out the window.
He slips back out the window.
Gets hit with the sprinklers.
Runs to his bike. And she follows him out.
She comes out in a little sundress, and I'm like, girl, that is not the best outfit for a motorcycle.
But she had bloomers.
Bloomers. Courtney.
That's what
she's
it was.
like bike shorts on or anything.
Yeah, she's got her little bike shorts
I was like,
on.
this is not the right outfit for a motorcycle ride, but it is the right outfit if you're trying to ride Vanilla Ice.
Right. So she picked out the right one. Anyway, so then there's like this, there's so many montages in this movie. Here's another montage now of motorcycle day date.
And where they're just driving a lot.
He's taken around. I guess she's showing him the sights of a construction area.
Here's where all the teenagers go to fool around at the construction site.
And so they park there at the construction site eventually, and they get to know each other.
No, she gets to know him. Every time she asks him a question,
he dodges it.
He dodges. Where are you from? Around.
Yeah, because he asks her stuff like, "What's it like to have parents?
What's it like to have parents? I'm an orphan motorcycle riding rapper."
And he tells her, like she said, he's from around, and the only thing that matters is where you're at. And right now, I'm with you.
It's like one of those posters that you have in your room that say, like, hang in there. And she's got the picture of the cat, you know?
Oh, it gets worse because they have another montage, jumping and climbing and skipping around this construction site.
And they're playing with a water hose. Who's paying for that water?
Well, I guess the construction guys are. And then she, at one point, asks him, what's important to you? And he says, you ain't true to yourself, then you ain't true to nobody.
And we know he's true to himself, Courtney, because you can see his bare arm where he has the word ice tattooed on his upper arm. And that's an actual tattoo that he had.
Yeah, that's his actual tattoo.
It's like upper arm, which I know I'm not one to talk about shitty tattoos, but it's just like blue and it just says ice.
Ice. That's all you got to know about him.
I'm just gonna get
that's true about himself.
I'm getting tarot tattooed on my arm.
My dad had his own. My dad only had one tattoo, God rest his soul, and he had his own name put on there. He got it like in a garage when he was 16 years old.
Silly him. He didn't live long enough for the dementia to take him where he would need to know what his name was.
We would make fun of him because we were like, Dad, it looks like that Gary
you're
is
in
your
love
boyfriend.
with a man named Gary. Yeah.
And he was like, I didn't think about that at 16.
So then they kiss, and it's super gross. And
it's really gross.
And then they're in the desert where he's shirtless.
Oh, don't forget, though, whenever he says, you live your life for someone else, then you ain't living. Straight up fact. Direct quote. Anyway, so they make out. The camera spins around them.
Camera's spinning. They're in the desert.
They're
He's
so
shirtless
in love
sometimes.
now. Sometimes he's shirtless.
Sometimes he's not. And he gives her a motorcycle lesson.
Yeah,
and
she
then-
takes him horseback riding.
Yeah, they play with the horses some. And they're kissing some more on the bike.
They
And
spray some.
I was like, is this his slow jam playing in the background? It probably
I think it is. I think it was all his soundtrack
Oh,
stuff.
man.
But they keep spraying each other with the
And I said,
damn
you know, this
water
guy got
hose.
sunburned because all he packed was hats. He didn't.
That's all he had. His
No
face was perfectly.
sunscreen.
But the rest of the movie's like,
That tiny goatee isn't going to save you. Vanilla. He's going to have all these sunburns where the bricklay pattern is on the side of his head.
So they get home later that night. Her hair is still perfectly styled after a day of being sprayed with a water hose.
Never underestimate the power of Aquanet.
I swear we need to find that stuff again, because and when she's on the porch though, she gives him a ring.
She gives him a man's wedding ring.
It's like a man's wedding ring. It's a gold ring.
I
And
was like, girl.
she's like, that way you remember me over Monique or whatever.
And so when they're kissing, the dad opens the door, and the way I would have chased him off the porch too, honestly.
right.
Get your tongue out of my daughter's mouth. Get your
Right.
fingers out of her mouth with ice.
Yeah.
And get out of here.
Get out of here. And he's like, where have you been all day? And you could have called. Well, you know what? There weren't no phones.
There were no phones. We were fucking at a construction site.
We were at a construction site being really unsafe.
being super unsafe, jumping off things.
Jumping off the boards.
And he said, I met your two friends, talking about the bad guys.
Yeah,
And Vanilla
I
Ice is like, what?
What are you talking about? And so,
He also tells her that, you know, he beat up Nick.
he beat up Nick and put Nick
been
and
in
his
the
friends in the hospital. And Kathy's like, is this true? And Vanilla Ice is all,
I was like,
yeah.
things aren't looking so good for Mr. Ice.
No, this is looking awfully suspect. And so, like, you should have mentioned to her when you were hanging out, oh, by the way, he
Your
was
friends
like
just
vandalizing my
they
stuff.
destroyed our stuff, so
and
I
I
had to get into a
intervened.
fight with him.
So,
No, instead he, wanted to take her and whatever.
yeah, because nobody communicates in these goddamn movies.
And her dad says, stay away from my daughter, so she apparently doesn't care about aquarium protocol, because this is where we see her fish bowl.
Fish bowl has got like 100 fish
Small
in it. and
fish
it's-
bowl, you guys. Sorry, knocking the mic. Small fish bowl, and it's like there's probably 50 fish in this.
Oh yeah, there's so many fish in there. It is vastly
It is
overcrowded.
overcrowded.
No plants, nothing for them to swim through. Just the most boring life for
And
all
I didn't
50 of
see
these fish.
anything in the credits that said no fish were harmed in the making of the
Right,
movie,
we're
'cause
not
they
so
were all
sure.
harmed.
Yeah, they all died.
So this is where Dad tells her about his time in Witcher's Protected when he was like a policeman, and like after him and his wife got married, and he was pretty square and honest, and
Yeah.
his partner, did some bad stuff, so we had to turn him in, and then they offered him witness protection, and
Right. Yeah.
Blah, 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 before she was
crooked
born.
partner had to go hide. The
and
end.
he's also convinced that Vanilla Ice is with.
He's with him because he
bad
saw him
guys,
talking to
yeah.
him earlier. So
The next day,
she needs to stay away from him.
She's leaving the house, and Vanilla Ice is outside on his bike asking if she wants to go for a ride. And she's like, no. And he says, I'll see you tonight. And she says, I don't want to hang out with you again.
She's like, stay away.
He's
And
very
she's-
salty about it and asks her if she's being true to herself.
Yeah, he asks, who you being true to now? And she's like, I don't know you, bruh.
Go away!
And then he's like, yeah, you don't know me at all.
You don't know me at all.
And then there's another montage of him
Driving
biking
montage,
around,
yeah. 'Cause
doing
he's gotta-
doing some sad biking.
He's gonna bike his feelings out. He's full of emotion.
And Kathy's like cruising around with her friends, her girlfriends, and they're like, Nick's never going to take you back. You didn't even go visit him in the hospital, and you should have visited him, and maybe if you really apologize, he will. And she's just like bummed and everything.
So cut to Tommy walking up on Vanilla Ice, and he's got his hair styled like Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, he's taking his look. Vanilla Ice is all mopey on an outside couch.
Yes. And he says that Kathy really likes you, and, he's asking if he can go ride on a motorcycle. So they go, and this is
He
the
kidnaps
part-
the.
This is where Vanilla Ice kidnaps a child.
He kidnaps a child and takes him around town.
They
and
pass
there's-
by Nick in his car, and Tommy's like flipping him off the whole way.
Yeah, also in a montage.
Yes.
It was just another biking montage,
Yes.
and then that's when Nick sees Tommy on the back of it. And
this
so-
is where he decides to commit another crime, where he breaks and enters into Kathy's room and takes off the wedding ring that Kathy has given him and throws it in the poor fish bowl. These fish don't stand a chance.
No. And meanwhile, his homies are like stuck at that house, still dancing in the driveway.
Because what else are they going to do?
What are they going to do? Just waiting on this bike to be rebuilt. And so,
Cut to Tommy playing video games, and he hears something and goes to inspect it, and he sees the bad guys. They just came out of
they come into the room, or I think they come in the front door. It's unlocked.
At first, I thought, okay, I should have rewound it, but I didn't. But I was like, is this like Vanilla Ice went out the window and didn't close the window, and so they were able to get in? Anyway, there's miscommunication because Tommy was supposed to get picked up by Kat from softball practice or baseball practice, whatever it is. Little League.
And so, well, Kathy did go, and he wasn't there.
Yes. But anyway, Tommy got home alone somehow.
So he's alone. And
the bad guys come.
Bad guys come. They chase him, freak him out, drag him out the door.
Yes.
Kathy gets home at that point.
And he calls 911, but then they continue to banter on the phone. 911 didn't answer?
I guess not.
It's 3 numbers.
It's 3 numbers, and they usually pick up right away.
They usually pick up right away.
And then they send out because it's a landline, and they can trace the number, so they
kidnapped Tommy in slow-mo. It's very slow how they kidnapped this child.
They were kind of running a little short, or just a little short on
They're
time.
Like, we got to make this
so they got to stretch it out a little bit.
So Kathy comes home and calls for Tommy.
He's
and
not
turns
there.
off the video games. And then she sees the ring in the fishbowl.
Yeah.
And then she sinks her dirty goddamn hand into that fishbowl to fish it out.
Picks it up. So now,
these fish are hanging on by a thread.
They're dead. They're just dead meat. And so Mom and Dad get home, and they're like, "Where's Tommy?" She's like, "I thought he was with you because I went to pick him up, and he wasn't there."
Where is he? I don't know.
And so it's at that point that Vanilla Ice
finally realized that, he's been kidnapped. Yeah.
Yeah. Vanilla Ice comes by to say goodbye, and there's an envelope left on the porch, and so he picks it up.
Again, tampering with someone else's mail.
Right.
Another
crime. He hits the door with his signature knock, and Dad is like, "I told you to get lost," and of course they're still looking for Tommy because he went to Tommy's room to find him, and he wasn't there. He comes out and he says, "I told you to get lost," and he's like, "Well, here's this envelope. Bye," and then leaves.
So they look at the envelope, and it's a tape. You guys remember tapes?
It's a cassette tape.
It's a cassette tape.
An audio cassette tape.
An audio cassette tape.
They're these little plastic things with wheels.
Had this tape that if you messed it up even a little bit, it was ruined forever.
It was all
and then they put it in, and it's Tommy.
It's Tommy.
It's a ransom tape.
It's a ransom tape. He's like,
reading a message. Hey, Tommy.
It's Tommy. I'm recording this to tell you that they're gonna kill me, basically, if you don't pay money.
You have 24 hours.
You got 24 hours.
So then Nick shows up. No one asked for him to be here.
Nobody asked for him to be there, but
he says he saw Tommy with Vanilla Ice.
Says, "I saw Tommy with Vanilla Ice on the back of his bike."
Because obviously he's in on it.
Yeah, but I mean, Nick needs to report this as well, so
but also,
it's not looking good.
He's a liar, and Kathy knows he's a liar, but...
Right, but he wasn't lying about this. So at any rate, they're like, "See, I told you, he handed us this ransom tape. He was seen with him earlier. This guy is up to no good."
And she's like, "Dad, I trust him.
I trust him.
And Nick is like, "You trust him? That's just great."
Well, isn't that great? And so it's not looking good for old Ice over there, Mr. Ice. And
so at the mechanic, Kathy comes up and says she needs to talk to him, and Vanilla Ice is like, "You need a psychiatrist.
You need a psychiatrist."
And she gives him the ransom tape and says, "Please listen to this. Tommy's been kidnapped."
Tommy's been kidnapped. So
they all gather around.
The gang all listens to it and everything.
And Vanilla Ice puts his thinking cap on. And he
says,
because it's one of his many caps.
He's like, "Yo, wait.
If there's a problem, I'll solve
it." He's told us.
He did tell us. So then he gives them, they're listening to it, and he's like, he knows that sound.
He knows the sound.
It's the construction sign.
It was like a what do they call those?
Tamper thing.
The tamper thing that
doom.
He heard the tamper machine.
Yes.
And so he was like, "Yo, let's go save our little bud."
Yeah, we don't need the cops.
So they go off to this construction site,
and the bad guys are watching them at the construction through, like, I don't know, it's like an office or something.
I think they're building houses. And they're hiding in one of the
this house was not built very well.
Wasn't built well. Well, it was only half completed.
That's true. Because so they're inside. Vanilla Ice was too busy running around through it.
I know. So they had to clear the kids out first.
It was wet. They had to wait for it to dry out.
Exactly. And so they see the gang pull up. And so the gang pulls up and they're like, "I don't hear anything." And they're like, "Don't mean that there's nobody here, even if we can't hear them." And so they drive off.
They drive off. Do they drive off? Because
the henchmen are like, "See, we're safe. They're gone." And then they start taunting Tommy, like,
and telling him that he's gonna die if his dad doesn't give us the money.
Flashing the flashlights in his eyes. I mean, terrorizing.
Boom! Vanilla
Boom.
Ice drives his bike through the wall.
Through the drywall into the house. I've never seen a stunt like it.
Totally could have killed Tommy.
Totally could have killed anybody, himself included, but
Vanilla Ice is in another new hat, and he is beating the bad guys up.
that's why they left the construction site. He was like, oh, dude, I forgot my fighting hat.
This is my thinking hat, yo.
I still got my thinking. I can't fight when I'm thinking.
So then we go back and we cut to the police and the mechanics and everyone's,
Well, don't forget, they have a 30-second fight because he's like a kung fu street fighting master or whatever
Courtney,
you want to call it.
the best place to learn street fighting is in the mean streets of Dallas.
The mean streets of Dallas. I think he's
If you're a white kid who wants to be a rapper, you better learn how to fight.
You better know how to fight. So, but it's like the quickest movie fight I've ever seen in history. He's like, pow, pow, pow.
We gotta get back anyways.
And then we gotta get back. So they bring Tommy back to the house.
And but all the motorcycles I'm confused because all the motorcycles were there.
Yeah.
And then one of them is driving the car.
One of them's driving the car and
with the bad guys tied on the top.
Yeah,
of
they tied the bad guys to the hood.
To the hood of the car.
So they're all like, I hope I'm going the right way. Because they're there.
The mechanics are trying to claim that Vanilla Ice isn't here. He went back to Harvard. He's our grandson. He's not here. Because obviously the parents are like, Vanilla Ice 1,000% kidnapped our son.
Right.
And then he sees them all pull up and the dad goes to tell Vanilla Ice thank you.
He's like, thanks.
And he says, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. What?
Vanilla Ice said it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
it does matter.
It does matter.
You saved my child from
thank you. Thank you for and shakes his hand.
Yeah.
And then but Dad's totally cool with him now. It just took this one act of a hero. He is a hero. He was right all along. Oh, I'm so glad to hear
because
that. Anyway,
Nick didn't save Tommy.
Nick didn't save him. What a zero.
Nick just laid around getting his nose broken.
Right? He's laying around in the hospital.
By some white trash with a rat tail.
Right.
So meanwhile, Nick shows up and he says, I hope you like being a biker chick.
Okay.
Because Kathy's like,
all right. And so, and it's okay. Dad's like totally cool with her running off with this dude now.
Because you know what Kathy says? College doesn't start tomorrow.
College doesn't start tomorrow.
There's plenty of time for you to knock
There's
me up on
plenty
the
of time
back
for me to ruin my life.
Let's ruin my life this summer.
Let's completely forfeit my scholarship.
Let's go get matching tattoos and like fuck at the Sugar Shack or whatever.
Right. That's what the Sugar Shack is for. It's for fucking.
That's what it's for.
So anyway,
they should have the Love Shack.
The Love Shack.
They didn't. They went to the Sugar Shack.
They didn't. Well,
so they ride off together, and he says,
right off into
"Hold on, I forgot something."
Wait a second.
What did he forget?
Well, Nick at first was like, "Say goodbye to my car," and so whenever they ride off, Vanilla Ice turns around and says, "I forgot something." And then he speeds toward Nick's car and uses it as a ramp somehow.
To ramp.
And the second best stunt of the whole movie, they fly off the back of it. And they're like cool as ice.
And I was like, this guy is such an asshole.
This guy is just
He broke this guy's nose, took his girlfriend, and then rode his bike on top of his car.
And then destroyed his expensive
And I was like,
convertible.
okay, so at this point in the movie, you guys, we're officially at an hour and 23 minutes, and the last part of the movie is like a dancing, singing fever dream. Mm-hmm. And his outfit in this last scene...
It was like orange.
He looks like the Joker if the Joker is on bath salts.
Right. It's all crazy geometric patterns on like one side.
On
one
side,
pant leg.
And it's red.
It's like red or orangey, like 90s reddish. I don't know.
Too bright.
Too bright. But he looks pretty snazzy. I mean, those are some clean lines.
He looks cool as ice, Courtney.
Because he is cool as ice.
Cool as vanilla ice, actually.
And so for the last, what is it, like
7 minutes?
7 minutes.
It's just him rapping.
It's just him rapping and dancing.
Rapping and dancing.
Dancing his way into my heart forever.
Some of the lyrics of this song is like, I'll be yours for now if you give me your heart.
Yeah.
For now?
For now. Just for now, though.
Monique's waiting, so like not forever.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And that's where it ends.
With
his dancing. Little bit of trivia.
Trivia. You know I love it.
Ice Ice Baby was never featured one time in this movie.
That's why it didn't make any money, because
That's why
everyone was waiting for that.
Everybody was waiting for Ice Ice Baby, but not one time. Not even like a background. Not even he didn't perform it. Nothing. And this whole movie was like one giant music video.
When you only have one hit, you might throw it in the movie that you make.
You might want to throw it in the movie. And he wrote like an original song for this movie, and I'll talk about that in a second. He got paid a smooth $1 million for starring in this. Now, it was $6 million, so a sixth of the budget went to his wage.
They could have got Bobby Brown for cheaper, I can guarantee.
I guarantee they could have gotten anybody cheaper, but yeah, he got $1 million for this piece of crap. But
what was In Vogue doing them? I would have killed to see In Vogue on a bunch of motorcycles, like being biker
You've
chicks.
already got a biker gang, already self-contained.
They're already a biker gang. They're seeing Never Gonna Get It. Like,
Never gonna get it.
talking
Whatever.
about Tommy because like he's kidnapped and they're never gonna get him. You know.
This movie
Writes
won.
itself.
This movie won 6 Razzies in 1992 for Worst Picture,
Yeah.
Worst Director, Worst Screenplay, Worst New Star, Worst Actor, and Worst Original Song.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
And David Kellogg, the director, disowned this film. Was like, oh, no.
Don't put my name on that. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I never seen that movie.
Yeah.
I don't know about that movie.
Well, that's what happens. And that's all I really could find about the movie. But, yeah, but I do recommend you see it. Everybody should see this movie because musicians or musical performers, I should say. I've never seen him play an instrument or anything, but they should always have their own movie. It always works out, and this one did too.
It was the Purple Rain of its time.
It was Purple Rain of its time. Oh, man.
Meanwhile, like not that many years before that, like Michael Jackson was doing like the Thriller video.
Uh-huh.
And like Smooth Criminal.
Yeah.
Which was just a music video, but it was very like cinematic.
Right. It had more depth in those, few minutes of his music video than it did this whole hour and a half of...
The puddle I stepped
Just
in this
shit.
morning
This
going to get
movie
coffee
was just shit.
was deeper than... Yeah.
Yeah. So at any rate, but I do, like I said, recommend you see it.
I think, yeah, if you're into nostalgia and you're into what we do, like, you need to see it. You need to see...
I one thing that I was laughing about, too, is I was thinking the whole time, how does he keep sneaking into her room
Lock your windows, Kathy!
undetected?
Lock your window!
And then I thought, you know what? He hung out with the Ninja Turtles. So he boosted those stealth perks.
I was literally thinking that. I was like, that he... Was this before or after he was in the Ninja Turtles movie? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
But
it was
I'm
all
thinking,
about the same time.
He probably was like, the Ninja Turtles don't even rap. If they can get their own movie, surely I can get my own movie.
You saw whenever he was performing, I think at Mar-a-Lago, recently, in recent months, and for whatever reason, he brought out one singular janky Ninja Turtle.
What?
And it was the funniest thing that I ever saw. This Ninja Turtle's all dancing behind him. It's like, and he's not even doing the Go Ninja Go song. He was doing Ice Ice Baby with this Ninja Turtle, just busting a move with him. It's the saddest, cringiest thing I had ever seen, even cringier than this movie. Because he's a nearly 60-year-old man. He's like 58 years old. And he's back there, see, I still know the Ninja Turtles. I still got their number.
They know me.
Looking at his cell phone all like, how do I pull up the numbers? I gotta call my boy Raphael.
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's a movie that exists.
Go watch it.
Go watch it.
Hit like, subscribe, share us. Tell your friends about us so we can get a better camera. And
And
we'll see you next time.
we'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.
Love ya.